Okay, world, I am back and I wanted to show you guys how to project a real estate investment. So a simple real estate investment. I'm closing a real estate investment and I need to do a cash flow anyway. So I figured I showed you guys. So here we go. All right, so I bought the building for $75,000. They wanted $119 for it. It has 2 units at the top. One needs a renovation. It has office space on the second floor and retail space on the first floor. So first thing I'm going to do is focus on column D. So the cash beginning on hand was $75,000. That's what I had to invest. And then the cost of the building was $75,000. So I can just put this in here. Cost of building, $75,000. So I am at zeros after the pre-startup expenses, right? So my pre-startup expenses are basically the cost of the building. Now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna project out the rents. I have some numbers here for employees that we really don't need. I'm gonna just hop over to this tab. We're gonna play with this in a second, but this is just to show you guys that we can add employees like general contractors, plumbers, painters, property management, but for now we're going to keep that at 0. Perfect. So anything you change in this tab over here, employee tab, is going to affect these tabs over here. So don't fill in any tabs that are not in yellow here, except for what I'm going to show you right now. Okay. So 75,000. Marketing, I put in as an expense at 25%. We can put that down to 0 too. I just wanted to show you guys how to do the formula. But here we go. So I have 2 units at the top. I think I can get $650 for one. So I'm going to put that $650 here. I think it'll take me up to month 3 to rent out the second unit after I rehab it, which will bring my revenue up to $1,300. Okay. And I'm going to say that this is going to go the whole 12 months. Now in month 6, I think I'll have the downstairs rehabbed into 2 units or rented out separately. Either way, I'm expecting another cash flow of an additional $1,300. So I'm going to increase on the month 6 to $2,600. Okay. So this is going to cost money to rehab this. So I want to make sure I cash flow right. Right now, I have no bills necessarily, but I want to factor all the other things I'm going to have to spend. So let's say bathroom renovation. Let's say paint. All right, let's do flooring. Let's do plumbing, if any. I mean, the building has good plumbing, but never know. Electrical, right? Permits. Okay. And we're not going to put this here. What we're going to do is we're going to change this to rents from apartments. So up here will be rents from apartments. And down here, rents from retail, because we have a retail spot. So I'm hoping that we can get the retail spot rented within the first 60 days at $650. So we're going to stretch that all the way across. Okay. And this is 4 apartments. I'm sorry, this is 4 apartments. This is 2 apartments. This is 1 apartment. Okay. So let's put in some of these bathroom renovation numbers. Let's say $5,000 for the bathroom, another $2,000 for paint, another $3,000 for flooring. I got to get quotes on this stuff. Call it $3,500 for plumbing, $3,500 for electrical, call it $2,000 for permits. Let's raise some of this stuff, like the flooring. Let's get to $4,000. And let's raise the bathroom renovation to $5,000 here, but let's do this, right? Let's add the $5,000 over here in month 4, right? Because we're increasing, we're saying that we're going to get this rent in month 6, 7, and 8. So the renovation has to come before that. Let's just time it out Matter of fact, let's time all these things out for right before we peak again here, okay? Okay, perfect. So now this is gonna tell us exactly how much money we need until we get to profitability. Let's put in taxes here, taxes. Let's put in taxes right here at 5,400. Let's put utilities, right? And let's put this is a pretty big building, so let's put this at 1,500 a month in utilities. Okay, there. All right, so what did we learn? From doing this, we learned that these marketing fees are important. I mean, they don't have to be 25%, but you should have them there if you're planning on leasing out this building or renting out this building. What we learned is we need a $21,000 capital investment, if you look over here, right, to renovate these units. We also learned that it's not just $75,000 for the cost of the building, but it's actually $95,000. So we're projecting $20,000 more for the renovation, plus the utilities, which are running us a burn rate of around 1,800, right, to 2,000, depending on the marketing. So we can factor in about 2,000, 2,500 a month on a burn rate, which means we have to make more than that, right? Where do we make more than that? Well, if you look at the rent, right, over here, when we fully convert, we'll be making 3,250. At this point, we can cut out our marketing. So let's delete this, even though I don't think you should be cutting out your marketing. And now your monthly nut is 1,500 that you owe, and you have 3,250 coming in. Now these numbers are red because I didn't add the first number. So let's assume I either swiped let's assume that I swiped a credit card for 20,000, right? So there's a 95,000. Now we're even, but we got a payment for the credit card, right? So let's go over here, loan payout. We can type in credit card, okay? And let's put that payment at 700, right? This is how you understand if a deal makes sense, by running these numbers. Okay, now why are we off here? There's something that's way off. 95, 95. Oh, okay, the renovation here. So let me see here. All right, so how do you make a deal like this make sense, right? Well, this doesn't come out of your cash flow. So for example, here, call this number 21, call this number 20,000 here, right? That you need to do these renovations before you can collect these rents over here, okay? Call that number 20,000. You're not gonna take that out of your cash flow. What you're gonna do is, right? Let's say here, influx of credit cash, okay? So this is revenue coming in. You don't have to do it here. You can do it pretty much anywhere. But let's say here, instead of on month 6, you're taking cash, right? On month 5, I'm sorry. Instead of on month 5 taking cash out of your account, you're gonna swipe your credit card for $20,000 again, right? Now you get rid of this. I'm sorry, you don't get rid of that. Hold on a second, guys. Let me catch my bearings here. Yeah, you're not taking this cash out. Exactly. You're not taking this cash out. You got an influx of 20,000 because you took out a credit card loan, right? And this cash is going out over here. So over here, you're doubling your payment, right? So you're not taking it out of your cash flow. You're doubling your payment, and now you're at positive cash flow, right? That's how you do it. So you're gonna need a little more money to finance this deal. Call it right, to hold yourself off. But here in month 6, you've got revenues of $32.50, and you have expenses of $37.50, still not positive. Where are you positive? Month 8, $32.50. Nope, still not positive. Why are you not positive? Because you still have that marketing expenditure. You see here, that marketing expenditure. As soon as you get rid of that marketing expenditure in month 9, you're at $32.50, and you are spitting out $2,900. So you are cash flow positive $300 and hopefully building equity in the building. So this graphic spills out, and you can see how you're negative here because you invested $75,000, right? $95,000 at the beginning of the deal. And this is your cash flow, right? So you have a $55,000 cash flow, then a $61,000, $67,000. This is assuming that rents go up 10%. Anyway, this is how you look through a deal and see if it's good, no good, how much it's going to cost you, right? Like if these numbers don't make sense, one of the things to do here is see if you can get a cheaper contractor, right? Maybe the paint you can do for $1,500, and all of a sudden the numbers start making sense at certain numbers. So, or maybe you can get a tax abatement here instead of the $5,400, you're paying $5,000, right? Or maybe the utilities, you can save some money because you put some energy windows in, or you taped up the windows, or you closed up the building, whatever it may be, and you got these down to $1,300. All of a sudden you start cash flow. Anyway, you can do this on any cash flow statement. I just kind of wanted to show you guys what to do when you're analyzing a real estate investment deal. Any questions? Put them in the comment section. Suggestions, anything, put it in the comment section. And if you guys need help with a cash flow statement, hit me up, nicholascoriano.com, servitude.com. I can definitely help. Hope this is helpful, guys. Again, I just wanted to show you guys what I'm dealing with in my day-to-day.